morning, my darlings. Excuse me while I just get comfortable. I feel very far away from you. But hello, good morning. Today is Friday morning and I have done, unusually for a Friday morning, we had a PT session with Simon this morning because we were coming back. Oh no, we had a day in London yesterday. I did film a couple of clips in London, but not enough to like start the vlog, but it was a great day. Went for a nice coffee and a catch up with Susie, which was lovely, and then I had a meeting at the Delaunay, which I hadn't been to there in a long time, and the food was really nice, so that was great. And then we had a design meeting with George Smith Furniture, who you know we absolutely love. I think I did actually film a few clips in George Smith, so I shall insert those now. Well, good morning from Covent Garden Piazza. We are not in the Cotswolds anymore. Sorry, I haven't flipped the camera around yet. I'm still looking a bit sleepy, but I'm just heading to the Henrietta Street Hotel. They do a great coffee and it's not normally too busy. And I'm meeting Susie for a quick coffee and catch up before a day of meetings. I have been not very good at keeping up with the vlog today. It's been a busy one with lots of different meetings, but our final meeting of the day is here at the George Smith showroom down the end of King's Road, and we are having the best time having such a ginormous brainstorm or mind mapping session on different designs. Everything here is completely customizable, so we are looking at anything that you can imagine, tweaking and designing yourself within sofas and bed frames. The options are endless. We were just downstairs looking at, for example, different arms on sofas, different backs, different cushion formations, different legs. And now we are getting to the fun bit, which is fabrics. We are thinking about new furniture for our drawing room, sticking with a kind of beautiful burgundy colour with wooden legs, piping a new poof in the middle of the room. And of course the team here are such experts. We are getting so much design advice. I will show you some of the options that we are currently considering. So over here we can see loads and loads of different fabric options. These are our current favourites. We're toying up between a kind of mohair or a boucle or a herringbone. And then I'm imagining some cushions, not in the blue, but with a kind of kilim fabric in the middle and potentially an amber colour fringing to match in with our two armchairs. Lots and lots of fun. So you can even choose the different studs that you get in your sofa. I've never known so much choice. All different woods that you can get for the legs. So many. I think we like this one. And back to Friday morning. So yeah, because of the London day yesterday, we had our Simon PT session this morning, and it was a really tough session. Gosh, it's suddenly become very sunny. It was a very tough session, but this has actually worked out perfectly because yesterday we've been trying to arrange a get together for ages, but we were trying to go to do Daylesford Pilates today as per my usual Friday routine, but weirdly the class got cancelled. Don't know what's happening there. So long story short, I'm about to head to Soho Farmhouse to do a stretch class with Leonora, and it's going to be so lovely because we haven't caught up in a few months now, and then I think we're going to have a pen yen lunch, so it's going to be a lovely day. And then this afternoon I just want to plant loads of seeds. I have been watching videos about seeds to sow in February, so I definitely want to do some more of that. Surprise surprise, I feel like I become such a stuck record at this time of year. Anyway, I better get cracking because I don't want Leonora to be waiting for me at the entrance, so I shall see you at the farm. I don't get terribly told off. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Divine. Okay, darlings, it's a few hours later. I'm with this gorgeous lady.
Hello, everybody.
Here she is. We've had all the chats today, haven't we?
Oh my goodness, we've literally had the biggest DMC at lunch.
Oh my god, I've not heard that expression in so long. DMC.
DMC. Am I really old school?
MSN Messenger.
Oh,
BRB.
Yes. BRB.
DMC.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
WTF. Oh my
Why
god.
the face? Did you watch Modern Family?
No, I didn't.
WTF, why the face? Okay, anyone that's watched Modern Family will understand. But it's been such a glorious day. We did a stretch class. How did you find it?
Do you know what? I actually found it quite difficult. It was so deep, and I think I was in so much pain. Everybody else, I mean, all the older ladies were so flexible.
They
I was
had
like,
their legs up here, and we were
oh
just
my
like
gosh.
creaking away.
Yeah. Well, this one, like this golden goddess over here, she whips out. She's in her sports bra. And she's got this gorgeous tan, and like this sort of heavy white one in the back.
No.
Not a vibe.
No, you looked absolutely gorgeous. It was great. It was a lovely way to, and then we had a gorgeous walk around. Oh, that wind. Hang on a second. But there's a strong chance my camera might blow off the the back of the sofa. We had a nice little walk. Sorry, you're getting blown away there. And then we had a lovely luncheon, didn't we?
We did. She walked me around the whole sort of farmhouse here and showed me all the new bits, old bits you and Charlie have stayed, which is so sweet. It's so lovely here. It's just nice to have a good old girly catch up, isn't it?
It is. It's been lovely, and there's a really strong fragrance of manure here, isn't there?
Rather pungent.
Yeah, we're getting the full farm experience.
Yeah, so we're sat in the lovely, gorgeous sort of kitchen garden. Josie's talking to me about sowing all her seeds this afternoon.
That's my afternoon challenge.
I love that.
So fun, so fun. So we're going to enjoy another little chat, and then homeward bound. Sorry about the crazy lighting. Back in the car, just said goodbye to Leonora. We just had the loveliest day, just good girly catch-ups and all the wholesome chats. So now I'm heading to, this is very exciting, heading to Marks and Spencer's in Chipping Norton to pick up some bits and bobs. And most importantly, I saw a TikTok that apparently there is like a certain combination of different, you're gonna think I'm crazy, different M&S laundry detergents that when you combine them makes your clothing smell like Le Labo fragrances. And I just so happen to have run out of laundry detergent, so I'm gonna go and see if they've got it. I'm guessing because it's going viral on TikTok, it's probably gonna be sold out, but alas, I need to buy blackberries, fresh eggs. I actually got, this is very exciting, I know, I actually got a couple of boxes of cackle bean eggs from the Farmhouse and a sliced sourdough. What else does Charlie want me to get? Dog food, organic spinach, and full-fat Greek yogurt. Fun-orama. I wasn't actually planning on being here until 3 PM, so I might not have time to plant my seeds today, but it's nearly the weekend, so I will definitely get them done at some point. Anyway, let's head to M&S and see if we can get this exciting detergent. I will always avoid zero fat or low fat options because it normally just means that they replaced it with something that's not good for you, and fat is not the enemy. So where are the full fat yogurts? Don't tell me they only have low fat. Scandalous. Ah, there we go. Can guarantee it was probably this one, but I'm just going to check my phone and see which one it was. Well, of course, it's just my luck that this one here they've sold out of. I'm not surprised. This is quite a small M&S as well. It is the Sandalwood and Bergamot, which apparently smells like Le Labo, but they have got it in the tablets, so I'm going to grab some of those. Not me spotting my child in another magazine at Marks and Spencer. I want to leave it open on this page on the shelf. Well, that was quite eventful. First of all, I was walking into M&S and Simon Cowell is just walking through the car park. I believe he's just bought a house, well, I know that he's just bought a house around here recently because one of the tradesmen that we had work at our house had done some work at his house. And I didn't approach him because what do you say? What do you say? Ah, you're Simon Cowell. But someone did approach him in the car park, and Simon was with his, I think it was his daughter, I didn't look too closely at the child, and and he made so much time for the person that approached him. The guy that went up to him was a guy in his 50s. Oh mate, I loved what you do on X Factor. Like, was really being very sweet, and Simon stopped the direction that he was walking in and walked back towards the guy that had approached him and was just really lovely to him. And I thought that was so nice to see, because he could have been like, sorry mate, I'm with my family, I'm with my daughter, or son, I'm sorry if it's a son, I didn't look. Yeah, he could have just brushed that off, but he really made time for that person. So Simon Cowell has gone up in my estimations just from that very brief glimpse. Anyway, on to the more exciting news of laundry detergent. So the liquid is what the TikTok was talking about, but it is the fragrance, which is sandalwood and bergamot. I didn't realise, but these are all plant-based ingredients, which is interesting. Actually, I don't know how laundry detergent wouldn't be plant-based, but they didn't have the liquid in sandalwood and bergamot, but they did have the capsules. And to be honest, I prefer capsules, but for my delicates, sometimes the capsules don't melt properly, so I also grabbed the French lavender and geranium bottle. It's a really nice bottle. I wonder if you can get refills of this. I bet it's like a plant-based plastic as well, probably. If you spot this bottle, but with the orange sandalwood label, that is the one that is going viral on TikTok. I actually said to the lady, do you have any of that one? And she was like, it's so strange, everyone keeps asking for that one lately. So I told her that it was like a TikTok thing, that it smells like Le Labo fragrances. She was like, ah, that definitely makes sense, definitely makes sense. So it's just funny how TikTok can make really random products go viral, and how lucky if you are the business or the brand whose product goes viral, because you're literally just gonna sell out. I was seeing, I think it was on Alex Light's Instagram, she was talking about like a pistachio croissant that was going viral, and the queues in Soho were just absolutely mental for people queuing up to get this specific croissant. And then I also picked up another House and Garden that has got my baby in it, my sweet little baby, and then also the World of Interiors, which apparently I'm in, and I'm way less excited about that than seeing my baby in a magazine. So yeah, I feel like I just want to get like all the copies and frame it, because he's my sweet little boy. Anyway, I'm gonna get home. It'll be 4:30 by the time I get home probably, and it's still light. We still have an evening, which is glorious. And I think Charlie and I are going to have a little bit of a movie night. Okay, darlings, back home with, oof, dazzling. Back home with my little boys, and I was so excited to put a wash on, but one is already on. However, I know for a fact that we had completely run out. I'm sorry, this is so boring, honestly. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I knew for a fact that we'd run out of detergent this morning, so I just had a look at what's in the machine, and I'm pretty sure Charlie has put fairy liquid in the washing machine with the cleaning cloths, so we shall see what the result of that is. But I'm very excited to wash our gym clothing when that load has finished. Anyway, in this room, which is where the washing machine is and where the doggies sleep, over there, it's also where I germinate my seeds. So you might be thinking, Josie, you've got a greenhouse, why are you still taking over this windowsill? Well, seeds actually require heat to germinate, and my greenhouse is not heated, and I don't really want to pay the electricity bill of heating the greenhouse when we already have a warm windowsill. Sorry about the noise of the washing machine. So, a little update. This is the maximum that I'm allowing myself, although I have to say I do stack them up sometimes. Basically, seeds actually don't need light to do that very initial germination, so you can stack them on top. But as you can see, we've got quite a lot of success here. So we have got some microgreens. I've already been picking away at these. We've got the spinach. I actually can't remember which these two, but which they are, but it doesn't really bother me that I can't remember. Over here, sown on the 2nd of February, we've got some sweet peas which are really germinating, and these have got a little bit leggy because they are actually reaching for the sun. So I'm going to take this tray out into the greenhouse because most of them, well, like 80% have germinated, so they can go into the greenhouse where they'll get some more light. And then on the other hand, we've got this tray here. I maybe need to think a little bit more carefully as to what I pair with what next time. What's this? Oh, a regular pea, lovely. Because the lettuce has germinated super quickly, and then because again it's been searching for light, it's gone really, really leggy. On this occasion I don't mind because I'm actually going to use these as microgreens and I can just snip them as they are, but I don't know if I should... Oh my goodness, what is this? Snapdragon, can you see how tiny that little seedling is? It's amazing how different size seeds produce different size plants. It's just absolutely incredible. Do you know what? I might actually leave this tray inside and just sacrifice the lettuce because I'm more excited about the other things growing in this tray. Here we have got... What have we got here? Onions, digitalis, tomato. I don't think we've got any signs of action in this one, but that's the tray that I did not too long ago, so I wouldn't really expect to see any germination yet. And then this is another tray full of sweet peas, and we have got some little babies starting to come through, so overall, great success. So this tray is going to come with me back into the greenhouse. And while we're here, a little update inside the greenhouse. You might remember ages and ages ago, I planted up my bulb lasagnas. Well, we've got some crocuses starting to come up here. And I think these, actually I can't remember what they are, maybe more crocuses. Same over in this one. And then this one is some beautiful white narcissus, looking very lovely. The microgreens in here are, albeit a little bit slower growing, they are starting to come through. The spinach, the lettuce, that just shows you what a difference germinating them inside makes, because these have just been so much slower and certainly not leggy. And then most excitingly, these little radish greens, they are looking very juicy and wonderful. The rocket has not done anything at all, so I definitely am going to plant some more radish. I've bought the sweet peas in here. No signs of any life in any of my toilet roll tubes. Again, just still... Is that what? I need to water that a little bit more. Just a little bit too cold for the broad beans to germinate, but they'll soon catch up, so I'm going to give everything a little water. And this flower tub here has got loads of these twigs in it, which I've been saving from flower bouquets since, well, for ages, because these are really fantastic for peas and sweet peas to use as little support sticks.
I really do admire Jeremy Clarkson, mummy and all. I really admire him.
You've got to start now.
Just so
Get
lovely.
these cones up and go.
Best friend.
Get that
My
line,
best
that's
friend.
it, gold. Pull that plastic over.
Good morning, my darlings. You just saw I had a fantastic start to the day with a bar class on the Baja. It was great actually. It was a 44-minute class, and yeah, it was a mixture of stretching and more kind of workout moves, so that felt great. Washed my hair and I've put in some heatless curls, no surprise there. I have realised that the day that you're watching this is going to be pancake day. Now chances are you either don't care or you've already had your pancakes for the day, but never one to miss out on an opportunity. I'm going to be making pancakes for Charlie and I for brunch this morning, and I'm going to attempt to make the okonomiyaki, hope that is the correct pronunciation, Japanese savoury vegetable pancakes that I tried in the Maldives. So the breakfasts at the Six Senses are just out of this world, and there's always the most amazing fresh breakfast buffet, and then every day there would be a chef, either a Maldivian chef or a Japanese chef, an Australian chef on like an egg station, doing the most delicious, oh, there was also some amazing like Thai breakfasts, but the one that I remember the most, and unfortunately only got to have it once, was the okonomiyaki pancake created by the Japanese chef. I found loads of recipes online. Loads of them contain quite obscure to me ingredients which I've not been able to get, so I don't think these are going to be quite as amazing as the ones that we had in the Maldives because I don't have access to the same ingredients. But even if I just make a delicious savoury pancake, that will be wonderful. So I'm using a recipe from a website called Love and Lemons, so I'll leave the exact recipe down below. But basically what I need is a cabbage. So I've got a nice organic cabbage. I'm probably going to put about 1/3 of this in the Thermomix to save me a huge amount of time. The recipe calls them scallions, but in the UK that is spring onions, so I've got a handful of those. 3 eggs, not sure if that'll be enough for both Charlie and I. Oops, there goes the spring onion. So I might have some more. A pinch of salt, some panko breadcrumbs, so I'm gonna again wazz up in the Thermomix this little nugget end bit of the sourdough bread that we had from the farmhouse, and also some olive oil. So I think what I'm gonna do to start with, and that's just the pancake, on the toppings there is an amazing Japanese mayonnaise, which is this. I ordered this on Amazon yesterday and thankfully it already arrived. It's called Kewpie, and all the recipes I looked for online for okonomiyaki pancakes recommended this particular mayonnaise. I will of course, I think I've got some smaller spring onions somewhere, so I'll chop some of those up for the topping as well, and then some of my microgreens. I can't remember which ones these are, but these are ready to be harvested, so I'll pop some microgreens on the top as well, and it should be a really healthy, satisfying, and hopefully delicious breakfast. So I'm going to prep my ingredients. Oh, and also my R-Place pan, completely non-stick, non-toxic, non-stick, very important for this recipe. Okay, so we've got shredded breadcrumbs, well, blitzed up breadcrumbs, some shredded cabbage. Now I'm going to combine all of these ingredients into a bowl to make my mixture, and then add some oil into this, heat it up, and start creating hopefully some delicious pancakes. Let's see. Okay, so it's 1 cup of breadcrumbs to 3 cups of shredded cabbage, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, extra virgin olive oil, doesn't say how much, and 3 eggs. Right, I just came upstairs to do some mouthwash after our brunch, which was sensational, absolutely delicious. Did you know you're actually not meant to use mouthwash straight after brushing your teeth in the morning? I only found this out recently. You're meant to properly give yourself you're meant to use mouthwash separately to brushing on teeth, so doing it after brunch or after lunch is the ideal time. We like this one, which is from Spotlight, suitable for whitening teeth and maintaining whitening. Peppermint flavour, it's just a nice one. And this weekend has turned out to be very social indeed. Not only are we heading over to Time later to have dinner with our friends, the ones that were here last weekend, you guys saw B and I making the chocolate chip and cashew cookies together. We're meeting them for dinner at Time, a fairly early dinner. But I also just heard from Victoria that her and Alex and Beau are coming to Daylesford for a little shopping and eating afternoon. So we needed to go there at some point this weekend as well to get ingredients and fruit and veggies. So we're going to meet them there a little bit later after we've done some gardening and maybe get a chai latte together, go for a walk and just have a nice catch up. I've seen Victoria quite a bit recently, but Charlie hasn't seen Alex in ages and I have not seen little Beau in a long time. So this weekend is full of friends, and specifically friends that have sausage dogs. Of course, Leonora has, I think, four sausage dogs. Wiggy, Rafiki, Odes, and what is the other one called? Oh, it's gonna really annoy me. Wiggy, Odes, Rafiki. I can't remember the last one, I'm so sorry. Oh, and also, can you see, I have made myself, if possible, look even more ridiculous. I just very quickly untwizzled the silk sausage, and I saw on TikTok, can't talk this morning. I saw on TikTok somebody added, in fact I think one of you guys sent it to me, so thank you whoever sent this TikTok to me. They added a roller to the front section and hopefully that will give a little bit more lift, and then I just threaded the sausage into the roller, and then I've just rewound my hair back in, so it'd only been in for like 20 minutes, so that's fine. Anyway, without further ado, sometimes I just come up here just to have a little chat with you and I end up thinking, what did I even say? Like, what was the point in this? Let's wash the mouth and then head out and do some gardening. I leave Charlie alone for 10 minutes and he is already on another organisation mission. Do you want to explain what you're doing now, darling?
What I am doing is finishing the job I'd started last week.
Yes.
Which is sorting all of our herbs and spices.
Herbs.
And I found these labels on Etsy. I think it was $2.99 for this, and then I mean, you know, it's a bargain, but equally it's a great business idea. Because then there's a set which we can write on, which you're going to write on.
Oh, am I?
And we're sorting it out. Look, and now I can see them from above. Look. Because we wanted to replace all our spices with organic spices. Ooh. So we've slowly replaced them with all organic spices. And we want to be using more. So it's nice. We've got these little jars from Daylesford. These are from Borough Kitchen, and these are just being reused from the herbs that we had delivered.
The only thing I'd say is that these jars are much bigger than our old ones, so are we not going to be able to have as many spices?
These jars are, and you're spot on, but these are the powders that or the herbs that we use the most of.
Right.
So we tend to use, for example, turmeric, paprika, maybe not peri-peri seasoning, but that's just because we had a lot of it.
Blimey.
Cumin, garam masala. These are the ones that we use most regularly in cooking.
Okay.
And these ones also are quite regular, hence being at the front, so like chili flakes. And then there's more over here.
So you want me to write out these ones?
Yeah, so I'm getting there with it. There's a few that we don't have. So fennel seeds. I don't think we ever really use fennel seeds.
Yeah, you do.
Do we?
I use them quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some to write out, which are all of these ones.
Well,
so.
things like rosemary and basil we always just get from the garden.
Yeah, so we don't need any of those. Marjoram I think we could do with. We haven't got that.
Yeah, chili powder, we got that somewhere, cloves.
Believe it or not, we haven't got chili powder, we've got chili flakes.
Okay.
So these are a few that we need to purchase.
And also, woohoo, we have got our coffee machine back, hallelujah. So we can put the La Pavoni back into the museum where it belongs. I wonder when the La Pavoni was invented. It's very old school,
It feels like quite
isn't
an
it?
old school machine.
Yeah, so we should put this back in the store in case we need it again, but yay, because I never figured out how to use the La Pavoni, so now you're off the hook, mate. I can make my own coffee
The La Pavoni is awesome, but it's a slow machine, because you can only make one espresso at a time. Well, you could in theory make two at a time, and it's something that I realise, and I don't know why we never do it. If we're making two coffees, both of which
you just put them side by side.
Just put them side by side.
Two at a time, baby, yeah. Where's that from? Where's that from? I like mine, 2 at a time, baby. Where is that? It does sound a bit rude. I think it's from a Yop advert or something. You are lovely. You are such a lovely boy. I've got my my prison anklet on again to get a little bit more leg toning workout in while I'm in the garden. Right, let's get outside, my little scruff bombs. Okay, my darlings, excuse my camera face bombing at the compost just then. So I'm going to start off this afternoon by growing some more microgreens. This is how the radish is currently looking that I grew a couple of weeks ago. These are the ones that have been left in the greenhouse, so where it's much colder, they are much slower, but they also appear to be really healthy and juicy looking. I think in a couple of days' time I'll be able to eat some of these, so I'm definitely going to do some more radish. These are the microgreen packets that I got from Burford last week. As I said before, microgreens, you can literally just use your regular seeds, but I saw these, so I thought I'd give them a try. It'd be really interesting to know if seeds that are specifically chosen for microgreens perform any better than regular seeds. And as you saw on the breakfast this morning, it's just really lovely to be able to snip some microgreens onto loads of meals, pasta dishes, obviously salads, avocado on toast. You know, there are so many different ways you can use them, and they are so nutrient rich. Okay, so this apparently is a pak choi, emerald green succulent leaves with a mild brassica flavor. You can do this all year round. Sow every 7 to 10 days for a continuous harvest. So it's a really nice idea to just do this at weekends. Now, I think by the sounds of it, these are going to be really tiny seeds. So I'm probably just going to sprinkle these on the surface of the soil. I'm also filming a TikTok and YouTube short at the same time. And then try to sprinkle these quite evenly over the surface. I wish I had another hand right now. I'm actually just repurposing some plant pots that Charlie was going to put in the compost, which a few allium bulbs came in, but they're perfect for microgreens. So the pak choi seeds are just sprinkled, I don't know if you'll be able to see them, they're grey and very camouflage, on the top here. Now, I think what I'm going to do, just because I've got this little packet, is sprinkle some vermiculite on top. Just helps with the moisture. And then if you've got a mister, that's even better, or a watering can with a really fine rose, just to give it a little bit of drink. And then of course, don't forget to label your microgreens, and I like to put the date so that I've sown them on the back there. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. So I've created the Leaning Tower of Pisa with my plant pots, and that's because the seeds actually don't really love to have too much light when they're germinating, and they also like to have a little bit of pressure to simulate being in the ground. So by stacking my seeds, I find that that works. And then for the top one, I'm just using this lid to stop too much light getting into my cauliflower. I'm using up a lot of my brassicas, so cauliflowers, kales, broccolis as microgreens, because they just get eaten as full-size vegetables in the garden. So I don't want the seeds to go to waste, and this is a perfect way of using them. So hopefully, because these ones are going to be germinating in the greenhouse, they'll be a bit slower. It'll probably be about 3 weeks until I've got some nice microgreens. But in the meantime, these will be ready very soon, and then I have got those ones which are in the house and ready to be eaten. I think it was only last night that I showed you a little sweet pea update, and they've been in the greenhouse this morning, and I swear they have grown like an inch in one day. They are doing very well. I'm very happy now that they've got some light. So now Charlie has summoned me. I think we need to do a little bit of bark mulch spreading, so a little bit more hard work, and then hopefully I can get back to planting my peas. And gosh, I've got rather a lot of soil on my lens. Sorry about that. Okay, a very fun and glamorous job. I'm adding bark mulch to our little buxus balls, and this helps to feed the soil as well as suppress weeds. So I'm just using this bark mulch, which we buy in bulk, and adding it down to the bottom of the little balls. I've come inside for a quick tea break and a little unboxing for you. I'm really impressed with the speed of this delivery. I made this order on Thursday evening and it's now Saturday afternoon. So even though I didn't even click next day delivery, it is from Rebecca Udall, I'm not too sure on the pronunciation. A small independent brand founded when I was 25 in 2018, inspired to create a homeware brand championing contemporary European linens and other considered homeware. Love that. And this is a purchase that was very much inspired by Leonora's last vlog. She had some Rebecca Udall, I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly, placemats, and I thought they looked absolutely gorgeous. And the last few dinner parties we've had, I've not had enough of one design to have a complete tablescape, apart from my Zara ones, which I don't think I love anymore. And I thought the amount that I use these, I would invest in some fabulous ones. So these are not cheap, they are quite the investment. But firstly, I chose these green scalloped ones, and I think already I'm going to get a few more. I decided to get 6 of these and 6 of the natural colour. Oh, they look so gorgeous. We've got friends coming over for a Sunday roast tomorrow, so I can't wait to lay the table with these. So that's the first set. Did you hear Dickie yawn just? Oh, it was you! Dexy yawning. And then the more plain natural colour with the scalloped edging. Charlie's going to go mad because we don't have anywhere to store these, so I'm going to have a little clear out. And then these are the ones that Leonora had, and how many of these did I get? 6 of these as well. So I got 6 of each design. These were a little bit more affordable, so if I love how these look, then maybe these are the ones that I get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I might get 6 more of these, so when we have a table of 12, then I can have a full tablescape of these ones. But then equally, I did think with these, I could probably alternate, like I could have both colours on the go at one time. So one place green, one place natural, and then I'd have 12 there as well. So maybe I'll just get 2 more of these. We shall see. I'll have a play around tomorrow when I'm laying up a tablescape and see which ones look the loveliest. But really impressed with how quickly they arrived. No plastic in the packaging either, so great. Very happy with that order. A very happy customer. Okay, I've just been helping Charlie with a bit more mulch spreading, and now I'm going to do a bit more planting in my loo roll tubes. Exciting. As I said before, these are really good if what you're growing develops a long tap root, because the shape obviously of the tubes is absolutely perfect, and then they actually decompose in the soil. I've just realised these ones are white on the inside, which is obviously bleached. which is not ideal. These are the kitchen roll tubes. So the loo roll tubes are obviously better. And what I'm going to plant are a mixture of peas and beans. So I've got my broad beans left over from last year, some new ones, some early Oscar pea, some mange tout pea, and some ambassador pea. These are the really nice juicy ones, great in a risotto. Mange tout, obviously amazing. Sugar snap peas, and I've not grown this early Oscar type before, so I'm going to fill my tubes of compost, enjoy my tea, and do this last little bit of seed sowing for today. I decided to stick with broad beans, so now this entire tray is broad beans. The 4th of February, the 10th of February and the 18th of February, so we should have a nice succession. To be honest, I think they'll probably all catch up with each other, but there we go. Again, I'm just leaving these in the greenhouse because broad beans don't mind germinating in cooler temperatures. And I will probably do some peas in some slightly more attractive growing vessels, because peas, it is quite nice to grow them inside a little bit longer, and they can wait until March until they're planted. So I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I'm going to have a little tidy up of all of my soil, take my peas back into the house. I guess I could leave them in here, but I don't know. I just have an area in the house where I keep them. And then I'm going to have a quick shower because I have got some fake tan on, and then get ready to head out to Daylesford. Okay, my darlings, we are now just literally waiting for an Ocado order to arrive, and as soon as it does, we are heading to Daylesford. I feel really bad because, there's my bronzer, oh, right in front of me. Sorry, I feel really bad because I said that we could meet Victoria and Alex at Daylesford at 3, and then I realised that we had an Ocado order coming between 3 and 4, so it's now 3:15. I have kept them updated, but hopefully it arrives momentarily. So let's have a little look as to how this little situation has turned out. I wonder if putting... Ooh, I just had a quick body shower and I feel like I might have dampened my hair, which will actually have ruined everything. Silly sausage. We shall see. Okay. Doobie doobie doo. Very pleased with the amount of house chores that we've got done today. It's a good balance between catching up with friends and getting stuff done this weekend. We've just got a massive loin. Ooh, normally I would pull it upwards, but that's not going to work. So I guess I'm actually going to have to manually untwizzle. Yeah, we got a massive bit of pork out of the freezer for tomorrow's roast. It's ginormous, so I'm almost thinking that we should invite some more friends over. Non-vegetarian friends. Ooh, that's looking good. Has been in for about 3 hours, so leave a hair emoji in the comments if you are so bored of all of this Heatless wave chat. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. Right, so what I do is I store, by the way, the exact one that I use is back in stock, so I will ensure that the exact Heatless curl set that I use is linked down below. Okay, should I just like let that sit for a little while? I'm gonna let that sit just for 3 minutes while I finish doing my makeup. Do you know what, it's actually lasted really well. I don't really need to top much up. Just do a little bit of blending. Sometimes I find just using a beauty blender just kind of smudges out your pores a little bit. Look at my grubby fingerprints. Ugh. Doobie doobie doo, doobie doo, doobie doo. Ooh, Charlie just answered the gate. That means Ocado must be here. Okay, let's take this out. I always forget how prickly this is. Surely that's bad for your hair. Right, I'm gonna pop my dress on and then we're gonna run fingers through the hair. Okay, I'm back and Ocado is safely in the kitchen. So now I'm gonna brush through the curls with my Palomino comb. They are pretty ringlety at the moment. I would say first impression from using the roller is it has given a little bit of extra root volume, but it does seem to have done something a bit crazy to my parting. So we shall see. Maybe next time I'll just be a little bit more thoughtful of the parting and like use one of those actual parting combs. A bit nervous that I got my hair wet. Kristen S texture spray. Literally just sprayed myself in the face. Soundtrack to my life every time I take out the curls, you know that don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, but I always just want to brush them. So that's what I'm doing. Definitely got root volume. There's not too much point in faffing with it now because it's just gonna change by the time we get to dinner later. But I have just refreshed my complexion with the Bobbi Brown Radiant Intensive Serum Radiance Mist. Love that for perking up the complexion. I've popped a little bit more eyeshadow on from my Bobbi Brown NARS Orgasm palette, which I'm loving. It's actually the most beautiful eyeshadow palette in the entire world. Look at all those pinks. I love it. I think this is officially my new favourite eyeshadow palette. And then quick top up of the brows with Charlotte Tilbury Brow Fix. And I've got on my usual Elizabeth Arden lipstick. Right, I'm gonna pack my bag, get on my coat, and let's go to Daylesford.
Oh, I'm at Bobo, please don't turn your back up. No, Auntie Josie, I just want to schnoozle. I'm with this handsome, oh, little puppy dog eyes, and his mummy who's wearing a duvet and looking very gorgeous. That is the most stylish duvet I've ever seen though, darling.
Thanks, babe. I know.
It's lovely.
It's really warm though.
Oh, do you wear it dog walking?
Yes, yeah, because it's not too long so I don't get it muddy.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I agree, young sir. Boys have gone to get us some little snackaroonies.
And orange.
The boys want snacks.
America's gone metal up.
And what cakes have you got?
Right.
Yeah, what have you got?
I'm just
Cake
gonna go
wise?
see. So it's that peach and raspberry one.
Lovely.
I've
Thank
also
you, darling.
got one of these for myself and one for the table to share. Because,
Sharing table.
yeah, there you go.
So good.
Wait, look.
Ooh. And the people that do a lot of the cakes here are doing our wedding cake.
You really want
Daddy, you're so kind to me. You see,
let him have it.
I've learned from my friend Dexter, I now only eat organic.